Hello, singers. Ooh. Oh, you know how it goes. Ooh. Oh, it's good any time of the day, that, isn't it? Oh, it's really good. So just feel like you're stretching up just one hand and stretch it with the other. And then we're going to stretch it out with one. Really stretch and out with the other. Ooh. And then out to the side with one and out to the side with the other. And then we're going to stretch down and down with the other one. So we're going to go up, up, forward, forward, side, side, down, down. Ooh, and then just have a little shake. Let your fingers go. Let your lips go, and elbows and shoulders. That's great. Now a nice slow shoulder roll, and we're rolling back away from the direction they've probably been hunched in. So it's up, back, and down. And then we're all hunching our shoulders, whether it's screens or it's just sitting on the sofa. A nice backward shoulder roll will help reset that for you. And check you're still breathing. Okay. I'm going to have to take my jumper off, I think. I've warmed up now. It's a bit cold in my flat today. Okay, give yourself a hug then. And breathe into that. You'll feel that little stretch in the back. Yeah, so you'll notice I'm sort of rocking a little bit. Just keep moving. It's about not being locked. It's feeling a little bit of dynamic movement in there. Breathe into your back. Enjoy that hug. Got to get our hug somewhere, don't we? That's good. And then we're going to open our arms and then we're going to cross the other arm in front. Now this will feel weird. Whatever arm was not your dominant one, and you're going to do the same. So you're breathing into your back and letting it out. And again, breathing into your back and letting it out. Lovely. Now we're going to do an upside down coffee press. So we're going to let our hands go up like that. But I'm going to stretch them out to the side. What I'll do is I'll show you one of them. So it's going to go and release. So it's as if you're pushing the coffee press up when we're breathing out, and then you're just letting it release and float back down. So I'm going to move this back actually so you can see me better. How's that? Or a bit better. So there's one hand. Both my hands are out. So put your arms out to the side like bird wings. So we're going and let go. Lovely. Pressing the French press and letting it go. Lovely. So we can do that on a hey. So you're still doing that movement with your hands. Hey, and then let it go. Hey. One more. Stop if you're getting dizzy. Hey. Lovely. Ooh, I'll bring you back in again. Ooh. That was expertly done, wasn't it? Okay, where are we at? We need to do something with our tongue. So we're going to stretch all of in here, and we're going to do that by sticking our tongues out. It's a great look. Your nose. Ear, other ear, nose, chin, nose, chin, ear, nose, ear, chin, nose, head. I hope you did that. You didn't just sit and watch me. Deary me. Okay. But it's good. It stretches all in here because of where the tongue attaches to it, comes round and under here. So you're just going to give you a little squidge of your muscle under here. It's the biggest tongue attachment bit. So you'll notice I've got to not smile for a second. Just let that jaw relax. Yeah, nice bit of a squidge. Lovely. And then we're just going to do a little squidge here. Again, just as relaxed as your jaw can be. That's lovely. Lovely. So we're going to do a Z sound. So just a Z. Try that. Z. Like a little mountain in the middle. And again. Z. Well, it's not a mountain, it's a hill, isn't it, really? Let's like North Berwick Law. Z. Once more. Lovely. And then the opposite, if North Berwick Law was a hole. And again. Lovely. And then we're just going to go z, 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 as if we were saying, oh, goodness me, the sun's shining. Z, 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 and I'm stuck in the bloody house. Z, 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 z. Oh, I'd better go out. I can go out into the garden. Z, 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 if I'm lucky. Okay, so let's just z, 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 z. Z, 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 and give it as much z on every note as you can. Z, 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 z. 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 I'm just going to do a tiny bit higher one. Z, 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 z. Z, 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 z. One more. Z, 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 z. Lovely. Now I'm going to do this caterpillar warm-up, which is a bit of a tongue twister once you say it a few times. So caterpillar, caterpillar. Just say it nice and slowly. Caterpillar, 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 caterpillar. Caterpillar, 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 caterpillar. Caterpillar, 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 caterpillar. Caterpillar, 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 caterpillar. I've tripped over myself already there. Caterpillar, 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 caterpillar. Just. Now we're going to add a couple of moths at the end for breath's sake. Moth. Moth. But give it as much enunciation, give it as much and as much as you do your I should say, for the caterpillars. Moth, moth, moth. So the whole pattern is caterpillar, 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 moth, 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 moth. Caterpillar, 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 moth, 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 moth. So try this with me. Caterpillar, 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 caterpillar. Caterpillar, 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 caterpillar. Caterpillar, 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 caterpillar. So I've just added an extra one there. Caterpillar, 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 caterpillar. Once more. Caterpillar, 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 caterpillar. So I'm coming back down the stairs. Caterpillar, 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 caterpillar. And then it's time for the moths. Moth, 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 moth. So think a real big breath in between those moths. Moth, 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 moth. Caterpillar, 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 moth, 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 moth. Smile at the caterpillars and the moths. Let's take it slightly higher. Caterpillar, 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 moth, 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 moth. Again. Caterpillar, 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 moth. Moth, moth. Moth, you can take us up again. Caterpillar, 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 moth. Moth, moth, moth. Caterpillar, 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 moth. Moth, moth, moth. We better do that again because I tripped over. I wonder if you stumbled as well. Caterpillar, 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 moth. Moth, moth, moth. It takes a lot of concentration. So let's just do one more. See if I can keep up with you. Let's start there. Caterpillar, 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 moth. Moth, moth, moth. Last one. Caterpillar, 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 moth. Moth, moth, moth. Should have quit whilst I was ahead. Just have another yawn and stretch. Ooh, and if you're able, a nice or even just a big old sigh. Lovely. I'll give you an intro. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colours of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Okay, so some of you will know this. This is a bit of a family favourite. It's the Unst boat song. Taking me a bit of time to get around to recording. It's from Shetland, and most of the words are in Norrön, which is the ancient Shetlandic language, and there's a few more modern sort of Shetlandic Scots bits in it as well. And I recently was corrected on pronunciation of this, so there's one vowel that's different that I've been teaching you wrong. So hopefully you can be corrected along with me. So the words are Starka Varna Vestalie. So Varna, that's the I've been putting more I in than I should. Starka Varna Vestalia. Starka Varna Vestalia. Starka Varna Vestalia. Starka Varna Vestalia. Again. Starka Varna Obadiah, Obadiah, Obadiah. Just do that one. Obadiah. Next one's slightly different. Obadiah, Obadiah. So if I do the two Badiahs together, Obadiah, Obadiah. And again, Obadiah, Obadiah. Stakavarna Vestalia. Stakavarna Vestalia. Obadiah, Obadiah. And again, Stakavarna Vestalia. Obadiah, Obadiah. Then it's the first line again, jackpot. Stakavarna Vestalia. Obadiah, Monia. Monia is the last word, Monia. Obadiah, Monia. Start from the top. Stakavarna Vestalia. Obadiah, Obadiah. Stakavarna Vestalia. Obadiah, Monia. And if you can feel yourself rocking slightly, it is a boat song, so the translation is strong winds come from the west. We're used to that. Strong winds come from the west, they may trouble the boat. And that last word at the end, monia, monia, that's men, so they may trouble the boat, men. I don't know if it was ever used to keep rhythm, or if it was more of a shore sung song, but it's a boat song, whether sung on it or by the shore. Should we try it again? Stakavarna Vestalia. Obadiah, Obadiah. Stakavarna Vestalia. Obadiah, Monia. One more. Stakavarna Vestalia. Obadiah, Obadiah. Stakavarna Vestalia. Obadiah, Monia. And I know some of you that have sung it before are thinking, oh, there's really, really gorgeous harmonies to that. We're going to do that next time. Gonna leave you hanging this week, and we'll add the harmonies next time. So this is Give a Little Kindness. Why don't you give a little kindness to yourself? Why don't I give a little kindness to myself? We could all give a little kindness to ourselves. It's a long road if you're lucky, and we all need a helping hand. Don't worry, there's lower parts, but I'll teach you that one first. Why don't I? Oh, I should tell you, it's why don't you give a little kindness? Why don't I give a little kindness? We could all give a little kindness. So the first one is, why don't you give a little kindness to yourself? Why don't you give a little kindness to yourself? And again, why don't you give a little kindness to yourself? Why don't I give a little kindness to myself? Why? And again, why don't I give a little kindness to myself? We could all give a little kindness to ourselves. Again, we could all give a little kindness to ourselves. So why don't you? Why don't I? We could all. Why Why don't you give a little kindness to yourself? Why don't I give a little kindness to myself? We could all give a little kindness to ourselves. It's a long road if you're lucky, and we all need a helping hand. It's a long road if you're lucky, and we all need a helping hand. It's a long road if you're lucky, and we all need a helping hand. It's a long road if you're lucky, and we all need a helping hand. Let's do all of that from the beginning. Why don't you? Why don't you give a little kindness to yourself? Why don't I give a little kindness to myself? We could all give a little kindness to ourselves. It's a long road if you're happy, and we all need a helping hand. Okay, so that's the tune. It's the high bit. And the middle part goes, why don't you give a little kindness to yourself? Try that one. Why don't you give a little kindness to yourself? Why don't I give a little kindness to myself? Again. Why don't I give a little kindness to myself? We could all give a little kindness to ourselves. Again. We could all give a little kindness to ourselves. And then it's a long road if you're lucky. It's a long road if you're lucky, and we all need a helping hand. And we all need a helping hand. It's a long road if you're lucky, and we all need a helping hand again. It's a long road if you're lucky, and we all need a helping hand. Okay, tip top. Okay, low parts. Starts at a different time, but you'll see that when we put them together. And it goes, give a little kindness to yourself. Try that. Give a little kindness to yourself. Give a little kindness. That's the next one. Give a little kindness to myself. Give a little kindness to myself. Give a little kindness to ourselves. Give a little kindness to ourselves. Let's do that run of three. So give a little kindness to yourself, give a little kindness to myself, give a little kindness to ourselves. Give a little kindness to yourself. Give a little kindness to myself. Give a little kindness to ourselves. Last bit. It's a long road if you're lucky. It's a long road if you're lucky, and we all need a helping hand. And we all need a helping hand. It's a long road if you're lucky, and we all need a helping hand. Give a little kind, then you're back to the beginning. Give a little kindness to yourself. Give a little kindness to myself. Give a little kindness to ourselves. It's a long road if you're lucky, and we all need a helping hand. Give a little kind. So it's quick back to the beginning for you. Okay, so let's try all of the parts together. Shall I reset us? Where's my tuning fork? There we go. Why, that was where the high part started. Why don't you give a little kindness to yourself? Why don't I give a little kindness to myself? We could all give a little kindness to ourselves. It's a long road if you're lucky, and we all need a helping hand. Why don't you give a little kindness to yourself? Why
don't I give a little kindness to myself? We could all give a little kindness to ourselves. It's a long road if you're lucky, and we all need a helping hand. Give a little kindness. Don't you give a little kindness to yourself? Give a little kindness. Don't I give a little kindness to myself? We could all give a little kindness to ourselves. It's a long road if you're lucky, and we all need a helping hand. Give a little kindness. Don't you give a little kindness to yourself? Give a little kindness. Don't I give a little kindness to myself? We could all give a little kindness to ourselves. It's a long road if you're lucky, and we all need a helping hand. Give a little kindness. Don't you give a little kindness to yourself? Give a little kindness. Don't I give a little kindness to myself? Give a little kindness. Could all give a little kindness to ourselves. It's a long road if you're lucky, and we all need a helping hand.
Okay, well, last week we had Lay Down Your Weary tune, so I thought I'd better show you what the other verses have got to offer. Well, I'll remind you how it goes. Lay down your weary tune, lay down the song you strum, and rest your head neath the strength of strings no voice can hold to a hum. Shall we go again? Lay down your weary tune, lay down the song you strum, and rest your head neath the strength of strings no voice can hold to a hum. Now all the other verses have got the same tune, so let's just give it a la. La 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 la. Next verse then is, struck by the sounds before the sun, I knew the night had gone, the morning breeze like a bugle blew against the drums of dawn. He's a right poet, isn't he, Bob? Beautiful. Struck by the sounds before the sun, I knew the night had gone, the morning breeze like a bugle blew against the drums of dawn. Shall we have that again? Struck by the sounds before the sun, I knew the night had gone, the morning breeze like a bugle blew against the drums of dawn. Next one. The ocean wild like an organ played, the seaweed wove its strands, the crashing waves like cymbals clashed against the rocks and sands. The ocean wild like an organ played, the seaweed wove its strands, the crashing waves like cymbals clashed against the rocks and sands. Again, the ocean wild like an organ played, the seaweed wove its strands, the crashing waves like cymbals crashed against the rocks and sands. we've got I stood unwound beneath the skies, and clouds unbound by laws, the crying rain like a trumpet sang, and asked for no applause. I stood unwound beneath the skies, and clouds unbound by laws, the crying rain like a trumpet sang, and asked for no applause. And again, I stood unwound beneath the skies, and clouds unbound by laws, the crying rain like a trumpet sang, and asked for no applause. Okay, the last of leaves fell from the trees and clung to a new love's breast. The branches bare like a banjo played to the winds that listened best. The last of leaves fell from the trees and clung to a new love's breast. The branches bare like a banjo played to the winds that listened best. And again, the last of leaves fell from the trees and clung to a new love's breast. The branches bare like a banjo played to the winds that listened best. Last verse. I gazed down in the river's mirror and watched its winding strum. The water smooth ran like a hymn, and like a harp did hum. I gazed down in the river's mirror and watched its winding strum. The water smooth ran like a hymn, and like a harp did hum. One more. I gazed down in the river's mirror and watched its winding strum. The water smooth ran like a hymn, and like a harp did hum. Lay down your weary tune, lay down the song you strum, and rest your head 'neath the strength of streams no voice can hope to hum. Well, I hope you like that. It's a real beaut. As I say, I find it super soothing, so maybe it can do the same for you. Bye everyone, have a good week, and I'll see you next time. Take care.